Greetings, folks. My name is Naidu. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Professor Coomaraswamy. Uma, thank you very much for speaking with the Commonwealth of Learning. Can I ask you to introduce yourself by speaking about where have you been and where you are at the moment in relation to your work?
Okay, I'm Coomaraswamy, Professor Emeritus, because I'm retired from the Open University Sri Lanka. Since my retirement, I have been a ADB consultant on quality assurance for open and distance learning, through which we built up the quality assurance toolkit for the distance higher education, which was of course made international now. Internationally, it was internationalized at the last PCF in London, so it's published by the Commonwealth of Learning. So it's virtually, I would say, a transnational document now. Originally, I'm from the conventional university. I was a professor there. But then I did realize a point, and that is that the universities are more for teaching, research, producing graduates. But, this awareness of community work, direct community transfer of knowledge, that wasn't there in the minds of the academics. That was something which I felt as university academics, we have failed to do that. So it's not only the conventional system, even the Open University system, although they say they have outreach programs, they will conduct the programs. Then beyond that, there is no monitoring or follow-up, feedback, and making the community sustainable. In terms of products for community development, yes. So I thought I should do something when I took up the Open University post, and we did come up with the community reach and transfer of knowledge to the community and L3 Pharma initiative. So I was involved with that, and I got into it even more intensively when I retired. So really I was having two projects after retirement. Both of them needed intensive involvement, and one was the quality assurance and the other was the lifelong learning initiative.
If you expect the universities, not necessarily the individuals, but universities as playing a key role in community engagement and community development, how is it impacting curriculum development? Because the nature of the curriculum and the nature of universities is very much at the heart of the issue here.
I could draw an example from the conventional system, because that university is in the lifelong learning farmer initiative, which is very much a community development initiative, where when the Columbia University was going to engage itself in offering a relevant information and knowledge, and then give them a certification just to upgrade their status to the farming community, totally a farming community, the curriculum itself had to be a demand-driven curriculum from the farmer side. So through about 2 years or so, this L3 Pharma initiative was going on, and we exactly knew what type of information, the knowledge and the courses the farmers need in order to improve their farming, get into more export markets and maybe value-add products, and transform themselves from a subsistence farmer to a investing farmer. I think that was finally the aim was. And they knew what they really wanted. So together with them, the Columbia University was able to draft the curriculum. And then, because the Columbia University, every curriculum from any university has to go through the UGC standing committees, because there are certain norms before they agree for the project, it had to go before them. So it was maintained, its demand. On the one hand, it is bottom up. On the other hand, the standards are maintained through the norms at the UGC standing committees. Then further to that, we wanted to, when the Open ADB distance education modernization project was brought in, I was appointed, when I completed my tenure as a VC, the consultant to the quality assurance in open and distance learning for higher education. So we saw to that, we built the quality systems in such a way, not so much how the external reviewer can use it for accreditation, but more for how we brought in the indicators as well in a very detailed form. And the most important purpose was that these new ODL institutions or program providers could use this QA tool to critically self-assess them at every step in their way from the initial stages, which will then impart or inculcate a quality culture in them. So we really wanted a quality culture in the individual who is doing whatever the work in open and distance learning, together with the institution, the management also to be conscious of the fact that the quality culture has to be part and parcel in every aspect of the institution or the program provider.
One of the things that I want to get to very quickly is what was the role of open and distance learning? And is the methods were open and distance learning methods, or were they face-to-face methods that you used?
Well, Open University, until the project Distance Education Modernization project was brought in, which is $60 million, and the infrastructure had to be built in, capacity development, all was run through the project. Till then, not much of computer-assisted learning was there because the resources were poor and they couldn't really. So most of it was print, video, audio, and face-to-face and practical face-to-face field situations. But once the project came in from 2008, online, blended, depending on what they want to do, it varies. So there is online learning, virtual classrooms, interactive multimedia, CD-ROMs, that's offline. So now actually the modality is distance, and technology-wise it ranges from the simplest print to the newest technology, which is the web-based.
And you've been talking quite a bit about the contribution of both the universities and distance education methods to education, formal education, and community engagement. My question to you is, do you see this as the new frontier, new directions?
It's globally accepted that open distance learning should be the new direction if we are to address the global needs of knowledge economy. But in Sri Lanka, I should give the credit to the Commonwealth of Learning's intervention in this agriculture, low-end agriculture, and the framework of the L3 initiative. Through the L3F initiative, we have really broken this hard thing of conventionals believing that ODL can be used for higher education. The 5 universities where we started the L3F, I am the national coordinator, consultant to the call, so it's I who kind of steer it and replicate it. So the conventional universities which took up the L3F initiative are doing it in an open and distance learning manner.
Okay.
It's not even getting someone else to build their ODL materials. They send their own academics to be trained by the Open University so that they could to develop the material. They could then help in the online tutor mentoring. So in other words, 6 years ago, Commonwealth of Learning had the impact from the L3F to be conventional, how we can change the conventional universities to take up ODL as a viable method for engaging communities or even access, which has happened now, which is happening.
Where are the challenges there?
Mindset.
Mindset.
I mean, to me, maybe I'm simplifying it. I think for me, it is the mindset. You see, the conventional tertiary system's mindset is conventional, only then you have a quality. So it's a mindset. If you break through that, one will succeed in getting it. And that's what we have done in Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Uma. Thank you very much for speaking with the Commonwealth of that.